Part 3 now of my WWE Revamp series. Now I've done the Tag Team Division and I've done the Divas Division. I wish I'd done the Divas Division. Yeah, now it's time for me to do my sort of fantasy sort of take on the Cruiserweight Division. Now the Cruiserweight Division, they got rid of it in September 2007 when Hornswoggle was the champion of Vicky Guerrero when she was acting general manager at the time. Said, listen, you're too small, and seeing as you're Vince McMahon's son, I don't want you to get hurt, so we're getting rid of the title. So you're not going to be wrestling anymore. So the Cruiserweight title was gone, and I was quite disappointed at the time because the Cruiserweight title and the Cruiserweight division is a very good division. It's a very important division for professional wrestling, I believe, because Cruiserweight matches, especially in the WWE, have a total different psychology to other matches, and it's a nice little break from the card, and it sort of like breaks the monotony. Sorry, is that a word? Is that the real right word? I'm gonna roll with it anyway. It sort of breaks up the monotony of like just all the card being the same, and then we'll have a Cruiserweight one match in the middle, and it's sort of like it's different pace, it's different psychology, and it's sort of like it's more fun. And like some people might not enjoy those matches, but I personally do. And like to just put them on in the middle of the show, for example, or even the start of the show, it sort of gets the show off to a good start. If you put it in the middle of the show, it will break up the show a little bit, and like won't all be like one big boring blur. Not that WWE is always boring, but cards can sort of get a bit boring. But if you put one of these matches in the middle where like there's the different psychology, different pace, it makes it a bit more exciting, and like you appreciate the matches with better in-ring psychology more when they come afterwards. So yeah. And also, the Cruiserweight division is very important, I believe, because it gives wrestlers a chance. The wrestlers who are told, oh, you'll never make it in the WWE because you're too small, you'll never make it there. And it's sort of disheartening for guys who want to become professional wrestlers who think, you know what, I'm only ever going to make it on the indies, I'm only ever going to be an indie guy. And like, not to put down those wrestlers and not to say that they're not successful, but professional people who do go to take that line of work do see themselves as a success once they've hit the WWE, or some people do, and like it gives those wrestlers a chance to like do make it the WWE and the chance to like actually have a good career within the WWE, because if there's a Cruiserweight division for them, well, they can go and they can be featured there, and they can be on the Raw and SmackDown cards and on pay-per-views and get featured and get paid and make a good living out of it. So I believe it's important that way as well. So what I've done, same as the other videos, I've gone on to the WWE's Wikipedia, looked at the roster and just jotted down the wrestlers who are suitable for this division. Now, the wrestlers WWE have got at the moment are the likes of Evan Bourne. Now, the Evan Bourne wrestler he's your standard Cruiserweight. He's high flying, he's exciting, he's not great on the mic, I don't want to hear him talk, but in the ring he's really good for the high flying stuff, and he's really entertaining. He'll catch your eye, and you can put his match in the middle of the card, and if he was against someone else who was a high flyer as well, they'd put on an amazing match. Now he does have good matches, but the way it's a style, he always has styles clashes against guys like Sheamus or Jack Swagger. They're always putting him against the bigger guys for some reason, and I understand it, but he'd be much suited facing guys of his own size where they could mash up, basically bounce ideas off each other and like create exciting stuff. So yeah, Evan Bourne, you could build a division around him alone because he's very exciting. But now they're giving him the tag team title, so you could forget about him as well. But he could go back. He could come into this once he's lost the tag team titles. Next up, I've put JTG. Now JTG, I've not seen him for ages. Maybe he's been on NXT as a pro. He's probably been on Superstars. But he's a good worker. He's a good personality. He's got a very good character. Now, if given a push, he could be worked really well. Now, I'm not a big fan of his, so I wouldn't say build the division around him because I don't think he's that kind of guy. But he's a good hand and he's useful within this division. Next up, Primo Cologne. Now, Primo, he's very good in the ring. He's very good at the high flying and at the spot sort of stuff and like making things look exciting. So I'd keep him around for that reason alone, but he's not a very good wrestler in himself. Well, he's not a very good character and he's not a good person to draw in, but he's Puerto Rican, so maybe is he Puerto Rican? I believe he's Puerto Rican. Maybe he brings in that demographic of fans. Next up, Rey Mysterio. The guy's had world titles. If he came into the Cruiserweight division and was adamant that he wanted the Cruiserweight title, it would instantly add massive amounts of credibility to that title in this division. So he'd be the main guy who I'd book as the challenger for the title, and the face chase I'd have him chasing some heel who was the heel cruiserweight champion, and I'd have Rey Mysterio chasing him. I might have been world champion before, but I'm a cruiserweight. I really want this cruiserweight title. That would really put over the division as like, wow, this is something important. If we've got a legendary wrestler like Rey Mysterio trying to win this title, then it must be something special. Next up, Justin Gabriel, South Africa. Now, one thing about this division is that you get guys from all over the world. Like, so far, I've had Evan Bourne, American, JTG, American, but he's black, so it fits that demographic. Primo Colon, Puerto Rican. Rey Mysterio, although he's American, he's got that Latino background, so he brings in the Mexican fans. Justin Gabriel, South African. He's a good high flyer. He's a really good in-ring worker, I believe. I wouldn't say that he'd ever be world championship material, or the highest he could ever do at the moment would be Intercontinental or US title. But if the Cruiserweight division was around, this would give guys like him a chance to really flourish and really like show what they can do against each other, and it'd be really exciting. So yeah, Justin Gabriel could really work that style, and again, South African. Then we've got the Usos, two Samoans, again another nationality represented in there. These two guys could probably work the style. They're small, they could fly around a little bit, maybe not do the flips and stuff, but they could fly around, they can work a good match. Sin Cara, the Mexican lucha libre legend, you know. Anyone who's not seen my Sin Cara video for when Sin Cara was just about to debut in the WWE, go check it out. I was just marking out basically like, oh my god, Sin Cara's coming. Well, I'm really not that excited. I tried to play down my excitement a little bit because I don't really like to do the whole, oh my god, I'm so excited sort of thing, because, you know, I'm 23, I'm not a child anymore. I need to reel my emotions in a little bit. But yeah, Sin Cara, he's a fantastic worker. He could be the heel to carry this title, and Rey Mysterio could chase him. Imagine that. Trent Beretta, you know, very strong in ring in terms of a small guy and high flying. He's not English, he's American. Yeah, he'd be a really good suit. Then we've got Tyson Kidd, I believe he's Canadian. So yeah, Tyson Kidd, again, another nationality to throw in there. And he's small, he can work that style again. A great person to put in there. Then we've got Yoshitatsu, again, another nationality. We've got Japanese this time. Again, he works the style well. He's got that hard kicking style as well, so that's in there. Heath Slater, he's ginger. Now, I don't know if there's such thing as a ginger demographic, but if I was ginger, I'd look up to the likes of Heath Slater and Sheamus, like, because you never really see, like, well, you barely ever see ginger sportsmen. Paul Scholes is the only English footballer off the top of my head I can think of. Is Dave Kitson ginger as well? But yeah, no, not to like have a ginger around there. I'm not against gingers or anything. But yeah, they're all the same as well. Then Daniel Bryan, rated the best in the world for a long time. Daniel Bryan could really work the style now. I know he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he doesn't have to go into this division straight away because they've not even got the division at the moment. But if say it was 2 years time, they could easily put him in after he'd had a world title run or something like that. He's not a world title guy. He's not a heavyweight, is he? He's more of a cruiserweight, and I'd be really happy to see him in this division. Then we've got the guys in FCW. They could call up Hunico. He's a high flyer in Los Aviadores with Epico, who is Tito Colon. Tito Colon again could be brought in to team with Primo in a tag team with him. To add to that tag team video I did a few days ago. Well, actually, it would have been quite a while, about a week ago since this video will be uploaded. But yeah, you've got Tito Colon, and then you've got Seth Rollins. Now, I'm not too sure about Seth Rollins. He might be a little too tall and a little bigger for the division. I can't really remember how tall he is, but maybe he's like 6'2". No, I don't think he's 6'2". I think he's like 6 foot. So yeah, he sort of would fit into that division, but he's a guy you could more push towards the IC title. Richie Steamboat, small, young, could definitely put him in this division to start him off. Then Xavier Woods, I'm not a big fan of Xavier Woods, but you could put him in this division and he could work an okay style. Then his guys WWE could sign to put in the division. The Young Bucks, I mentioned them in my tag team video. Good high flyers, especially, well, both of them are really good high flyers, and could really suit the style. Jay Lethal, now, I do enjoy Jay Lethal, but I don't think he'd suit the WWE for some reason. I don't think he'd suit. Amazing Red, they could bring him in. He wouldn't be a centre of attention kind of guy, so I wouldn't really. I'd bring him in just for a small paycheck, because he probably wouldn't cost too much to bring him in and not be a jobber cruiserweight, but like sort of like be in the mix, and you could put him in 6-man matches and you could do the high flips and sort of stuff, and it'd just be something to appeal to some fans. And then I've got some Dragon Gate guys. I've got Naruki Doi, Masato Yoshino, Pac, Akira Tozawa and Dragon Kid. Now imagine if you brought in any of these guys. You could bring in Pac. Pac's an English guy. I'd love to see Pac here. I'd also love to see Prince Devitt here. He's an Irish guy, and I really think Devitt would be good for this division. Then I've put Paul London question marks. He's a good cruiserweight, but I'm pretty sure he's burnt his bridges with WWE, and there's not that much money to be made off Paul London, so I don't think we'll be seeing him return. And then Kenny Omega, American. It'd be a really good babyface, I think, Kenny Omega in the WWE. They could book him really well. Have him be squashed by some bigger guy, and you could even work him outside the Cruiserweight division. But yeah, I think Kenny Omega's good. But yeah, I think the Cruiserweight division should be brought back, even if it's just on SmackDown. But they could do it on both. Actually, no, I think both should be put together. Well, that'll be another WWE Revamp video, probably. But yeah, that is my opinion on the Cruiserweight division. What do you think of the Cruiserweight division? Do you think it should be brought back? Did you used to like it when it was around? Do you think it shouldn't be brought back? Did you think it was useless when it was around? It was just a bunch of spot monkeys doing a bunch of spots and didn't really make sense? Or are you a bit burnt out on the whole Cruiserweight thing because they gave the title to people like Hornswoggle and Jackie and Chavo Senior and people like that? As always, I'd love to know what you think, so please put your comments in the description box, in the comment section below. If you've got a video response, yeah, I'd love to. I always like to receive video responses, so yeah, put them in here, even if they're not even directly about this video. Just spread. Like, I always put mine out as video responses, so yeah, just put it down here. Let people see your video if they've not seen it before. Yeah, so yeah, let me know what you thought down here. Again, as always, click the subscribe button if you want to see more future videos. Like or dislike, depending on if you liked it or not. And yeah, go back and watch my other WWE Revamp videos if you've not seen them already, and look out for my future ones which are coming. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, which one my next one will be, but I'm planning on doing a few more of these. So yeah, thank you for watching. With that, I'm out. See you later.